Hello everyone, welcome to the TU Dublin School of Architecture, Building and Environment. I'm Kirk McCormick and I am here to show you a very interesting demo that builds upon the work that we've done in terms of building technology modeling at 1:1, but we've gamified it. So let's have a look at what we've got. Now, I'm about to bring you into what we're calling architectural anatomy, which is a Unity app developed by an extremely talented student that we have in the second year of our BSc in architectural technology, and his name is Philip Griegerchuk. I'm going to link to Philip's information in the bio. You can check him out, but look what we've created together. Let's stand back here and have a look. So we are now in a virtual space, but what we've got here is a fully hand-tracked demo of virtual building construction. But look what we can do here. We can pick up a block with our hands. We can walk around this construction to analyze it. We're down at formation level here. Watch out for the reinforcement bar and the chairs. We've got our thermal blocks here that we can place into our model, and they snap into place. Watch out for the ladder. That's going to get us up higher if we need to. But we can take our blocks and bricks from our pallet and we can begin to lay them in the model and they snap into place. We can also take out bricks. We've got gravity that works, and we can inspect with both hands the details of the construction. I can see my insulation in here. I can take out these bricks, blocks, and I can see what's going on. I can reach in. We've got our windowsill here. We have our solid block rising wall, our beginnings of our cavity, and then we've got our brick and block work. So what we can do now is we can simulate, including magnetic grappling with insulation boards, and we can put these into place in the correct location. In this case, it's snapped into the right place. So as we can see here, this is all done with my hands. No controllers are being used, and Philip has done the excellent work here on mapping this onto a Unity framework. So let's start building back up our bricks and blocks. Again, this is kind of half done. We began building this ourselves, but how somebody would use this as a simulator would be if they started at the bottom, as you would in a normal building site, and work your way up from the strip. Even work your way from the trench by installing the rebar onto the chairs. Or as we know, sometimes in building sites, even a brick can be used as a chair, done in a much neater fashion than that, obviously. But let's go back to our virtual palette, and we can pick up a thermal block, slip around the ladder. We can even walk up the ladder if we wish to get to a higher height. And now we can snap into place our thermal blocks and adjust them. We can even take out our insulation board out of there. It's the exact correct scale, and it even has a little bit of branding on it. But let's drop that down there for the moment. Walk around, step back over here. Let's be careful. Now, let's get ourselves some wall ties. So let's have a look at a stay fixed wall tie. Now this is what I think is so interesting. This gives me a sense of the exact scale of this component, so that when I put it into the model, it can slot in the right location once I place it down on top of bricks and blocks. So you can now really see what this component is, and on a drawing that's so difficult. And I can drop it down and use gravity. It disappears from there for the moment. Okay, so again, we can drop down our bricks and blocks and they will fall into place. So full gravity applies here. We can throw things away. It will fall down. Even our window can be inspected. All its parts and constituent elements are shown, and that can snap into place. Now this is probably a tiny bit buggy, but that can snap into place there now. And we can also begin to interact with other elements. But this is a very simple demo, but you get the idea. You get to do this with your hands. You get to move around the components, put them into the right places because of the framework, or without it. You can turn this off as well. You can take the training wheels off if you want to test somebody's ability to do this from scratch, but you get the idea. So that's it, folks. The potential of this is really big, and we think we can extend this out to full construction systems, brick, block, concrete, steel, CLT, engineered timber, bio-based materials. This will help people to, we believe, understand how things go together, where the clashes occur in advance of getting into the trickiness of the wind, the rain, and the mud of a building site. Okay, thanks, folks.